Okay. Alright, are we live? No data. Alright, excellent. Okay, good. Alright, there it goes. Alright, as soon as the PS4 controller connects, there we go. Alright. Just continuing to get set up here. Hey, Anthony. How are you? I'm just sending the link to a few places. If it'll actually work, that would be fantastic. Okay. Why is this not working? Okay. I'm doing fantastic. My day's even better. You're streaming today, so it's great. Thank you. Okay, I guess I'll hold off on sending that out and just carry out as normal. Alright, so I was thinking today we could start with some Pac-Man fan stuff. That's pretty neat. Alrighty. Let me scooch up closer. I apologize in advance that this isn't the never gone around to playing Pac-Man Forever. Heard lots of good things about it, though. It's worth playing. It's really good. Jackie! I'm not the pretty girl. You're the... Also, the audio on the game is too loud. I can't hear yoy. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I see what you mean, yeah. Alright, thanks for letting me know. Okay. Also, Jackie, if you don't mind, could you send the link around a few places? For whatever reason, YouTube's being stupid about it. It's not giving me an actual link. Also, the audio on the game seems delayed. Oh my god, it's always something. Always something going on. Okay. I don't know what to do about the delay on the audio other than to just turn it off and on, I guess. Otherwise, we're all just going to have to deal with it. All right. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, shit! Okay. I'm restarting. I'm going to reposition the mic, too, so I can actually see chat without having to... Yeah, there we go. That's better. Hey, you got a good cigar from Mario? Last I heard, Spooky had the last cigar. Hey, did we just start? Yep, pretty much. Just some regular technical shenanigans. Alright. I like that there's rumble when you eat a pack dot. Alright, come on. Ooh! Alright. Please be a clover. It's not a clover. Oh boy, dot speed up. Here we go. Alright. Yep. Good. Darn. I wanted that cherry. Am I going to get a clover? Yes. Oh, God. Ooh. Oh, all right. Where can I download Pac-Man Forever? Is it on Steam or elsewhere? I mean, it's a fan game, so it wouldn't be on Steam. It's on itch.io. Oh, I saw a trailer for this game. Isn't it good? It's really good. Like, this is fantastic. This isn't even the latest version. I've been meaning to download it. I've just been so preoccupied with other shit. Lady Luna of the House of Morley, good evening. Good evening. Alrighty. Alright. I'm gonna try to wait for Clyde to get out. Okay. Good. Alrighty. So yeah, that last video blew up now, didn't it? That was absolutely a surprise. It'd be more welcome if YouTube wasn't YouTube. Because, yeah, fun fact, so last year, YouTube stripped my channel of monetization, and as part of that, so I was hoping that the video would get, like, some traction just so I could get monetization back, and it did. However, YouTube is quick to take things away, but it's really slow to actually give them back. So the video blew up like immediately. Like it blew up like on Monday night, like a week ago. I didn't get monetization back until Friday, which was around the time the video was like, it's still getting views. It's just not as much. So like it has 80,000 views now, which is crazy. However, the first 60,000, no money. I will not make a dime off of those first 60,000 views. Because YouTube will YouTube. So, like, on one hand, I'm like, awesome, like, it's doing really good. But it was also really frustrating. I'm hoping the Pac-Man World 2 repack video, which was supposed to be the second part anyway, will do at least all right. Is this Pac-Man Forever? I just downloaded, but I have yet to play it. Yeah, no, this is Pac-Man Forever. It's awesome. So maybe your suffering did pay off in a way. Yeah. At least it did for YouTube, because they took all the money. At least for the first 60,000. Because no, it was very much a game of like, awesome, like I got my monetization back, and like that's a lot of views, so like I should get some decent ad revenue off of that. But then it's like, okay, YouTube, are you gonna YouTube, are you gonna do it? Are you like, just a minute, just a minute. Also, Luna, I couldn't notice when the fish grew trees. Someone was rambling about eggs. Yes. You can blame Jackie for that one. Shit! I was looking away. That's a green color. I just finished watching your video on Shadow Labyrinth. Never heard of you or Shadow Labyrinth before it. Well, welcome aboard. But yeah, about the... So, of course, I was showing Jackie bits and pieces of the video while I was making it. Because, like, for one, she's my girlfriend. She gets special privileges. But also, like, she was also contributing ideas to it. And I showed her the, like, Lorax, I speak for the trees. Don't you know they grow fish on them? And Jackie was like, okay, you gotta put that doctor's... You gotta put that kind of YouTube poop in the, like, lower corner. And I'm like, okay. There's one that, like, she quoted. There's one that we quote, like, all the time. Oh, eggs! Eggs! What timing? There's one that, like, has just become part of our vocabulary. Like, my ass is filled tremendously wide. Boy, yo, 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 yo. Like, that one, like, she quotes, like, all the time, especially. So she was like, put that in the corner. So I did. Okay. Ooh. Oh god, oh god! Get this, what if Mario was on drugs? Whoa! Hi, Newman. Speaking of Shadow Labyrinth videos, how's your Shadow Labyrinth video coming along? Still set for Wednesday? Yeah, let me see. Every YouTuber needs a Jackie in their life. Someone just bounce ideas back and forth that inspires the creation of something. Yeah, no, I agree. I feel like a lot of my best work, or like, a lot of the most batshit insane moments that I've put out there were, like, usually my more unhinged stuff comes from bouncing ideas. Like, that YouTube poop I made, like, in 2017. I was studying film production because I was in college at the time, and oh my god, and yeah, so like one of my classmates, Carl, who's appeared in various videos, he and I were just like, we talked about YouTube poops all the time, so we're just like, hey, Let's make a YouTube poop. And he was like talking with his girlfriend over the phone quite a bit, and then he comes back into the dorm room, and he's like, sorry about that. I'm like, no worries, I only just got started. And it was just the up to it's 46 square miles of rhinos. It was just that, and then he demanded that, like, at every opportunity, his core suggestion was literally just, okay, add the rhino, like, continue the rhino gag, put it here, put it here, put it here. Like, he wanted it in, like, every shot. And then he left for vacation, or not vacation, he left for the weekend. So I was just in the dorm, just doing it myself. And I decided, okay, I'm going to hold off on the rhino thing for a while. Which would not have happened if he was still there. And then it came to the, you dare bring lair to my lair. And then I'm just like, okay, I have to do it here. Look, Roan, rhinos! Ha! And the Jimmy Neutron review, a lot of the jokes in that review came about from a session where I got together with friends, one of whom also grew up with the game and never beat it. So I'm like, okay, get out your PS2. We're beating this thing. And we just beat it in that sitting. And easy come, easy go. Yeah, like, we were just, like, that night, we were just bouncing ideas off of each other. I remember the one with Carl's mom, like, blasting off. That was done live. I told one of my friends, hey, like, get out your phone, have the Green Hill Zone theme ready. And then I just told him, like, okay, play it now. So yeah, no, like, having someone or even multiple people to bounce ideas off of is always a good thing. Let's see. This is an old topic from the last stream, but you mentioned how you wish you could go back in time to Hour of Jiraga's release to warn Japanese developers don't take the wrong lessons from this. What are your general thoughts on that game, especially how it used secrets to encourage social engagement? What would have been the right lessons? Like, I feel like, yes, that sort of thing works in a communal setting, but I feel like it's like, oh, let's do this in the home. Like, especially with where, like, I don't like how with some games afterwards, especially on consoles or whatnot, like, where it's like, okay, yeah, the only way to know what to do is to use a guide, effectively. Or how I've described it in other videos, you want to enjoy this game? Here, buy our magazine. I especially feel like Nintendo has misused it in the past. And hell, Shadow Labyrinth also has some pretty ridiculous nonsense with that. Pac-Man forever. Yep. Hey, Super Starfy Kid. Let's see. Yeah, I remember you mentioned that problem with Star Fox. Even if it's worse with Shadow Labyrinth. Yeah. But yeah, like, call me crazy, but like, I feel like when you buy a game, the only thing needed to buy needed the only thing you should need in order to beat that game is just the game itself. When I find myself like, I tend to save. I usually try to play games without a guide or anything. If and like, save that for being like a last resort. And if it comes time to um if it comes sorry, my attention is really divided right now. If it comes to a point where I need to, then it kind of becomes like, okay, is this something I had the means to figure out on my own? Or is it just nonsense? And some people might say, oh, like, looking up a guide doesn't inherently mean it's bad game design or whatnot. And it's like, as long as the guides are there. But Shadow Labyrinth ended up proving the flaw in that logic. Because, yeah, that's just assuming that whatever game you're playing that does that kind of stuff is popular enough to have guides. I 100% completed that game pretty early on. I beat it. I 100% completed it in like August 9th or on August 10th. I forget which. It was early August. It was before the first patch. So not only did that like serve as an issue or whatnot, like, it's like, okay, here I'm having to figure this nonsense out, and there is no guide. Let's see. Last I played, I reached 132 stages. I would have gone further, but it was driving me crazy. Very true. Other than that, this game is loads fun. It is. Jackie says, What about the enclosed instruction book? I think it depends. I still feel like in the game you should have the means to figure it out. But the instruction book, like, especially for playing something like, I don't know, for like the Atari 2600 or something, and you're trying to figure out the controls to something like Indiana Jones, like Raiders of the Lost Ark on the 2600, it's like, okay, no, like, that makes sense. It makes sense why you would need the instruction book for that. I think really it depends on the, like, when the game came out. That said, I am all in favor of developers making digital instruction booklets for fun. Shadow Labyrinth and Pac-Man World 3 and Ghostly Adventures and Party belong in the trash. I disagree. Shadow Labyrinth does. Party's awesome. Ghostly Adventures depends on what aspect of it you're talking about. Yeah. Like, in World 3, like, it is flawed, but, like, it's not an abomination. Let's see. The Shadow Labyrinth Discord helped me figure out a bit on my first playthrough, which felt nice, but I remember someone getting on to me for not experiencing the game right because I'm asking questions. That's so stupid. That is so fucking dumb. Especially because, like, there were things in my video or whatnot, and I saw people in the comments saying that they didn't know that was how you did that or whatnot until, like, I released that video. It's just like, it's a lot of game design comes down to conveying information to the player. And That game is, like, again, like, it is genuinely some of the worst game design I have ever seen. It's kind of insane. Well, if you want to pretend that all those games don't exist, well, good on you. I'm only going to pretend. I'm only going to pretend that Shadow Labyrinth doesn't exist. All right. Okay, good. Spunky has engaged with the funky mitosis. Lucky is going cuckoo crazy. I cut off Lucky. They were not so lucky. All right. There we go. Oh! Yeah, I guess okay. I don't know how long I'll go on with Pac-Man Forever. You can literally play it forever. I guess we'll see what happens first. I game over, or we just move on to something else, I guess. Ah, get back here. Alrighty. Okay. You know what the worst part of Shadow Labyrinth is? David Bowie did not make one single appearance in the entirety of that game. That's how you know the title is misleading! Heyo, love your Shadow Labyrinth video. Nice to hear that the Pac-Man community also seems to hate Ken Pontac. I mean, Ken Pontac was the guy who wrote he's the one who wrote the Pimple episode of Ghostly Adventures. So the infamous, "oh man, I'm a meme" scene, that was him. Yeah. Just as so she said. If you ask me, he was easily the weakest writer on Ghostly Adventures, which is not good considering by the later episodes he was writing like a majority of them. Ken Pontac can't write for shite. The only saving grace was that infamous meme. Thanks, Compact of Sonic Lost World frame. What's the David Bowie joke? I don't get it. He's referencing the movie. He's referencing Labyrinth, the Jim Henson movie, where one of the principal characters, where like the main antagonist, the Goblin King, is played by David Bowie, wearing ridiculously tight clothing, and many people make jokes about his crotch. Maybe that's why I was sick of Ghostly Adventure near the end of the show. Yeah. Because no, that show did decline. The first season, I'd argue, was pretty good. Season 2 is a bit more of a mixed bag, and then it just kind of falls off a cliff. They really should have just wrapped up the loose ends instead of like, let's make a like weird Easter episode or like whatever. Or was it Thanksgiving? I forget. Oop. Alright, thank you. Oh boy, it's pack picks time. Bye, Jackie. People didn't mind it when Party did it. As for GA, they shouldn't have ended on a cliffhanger for real. Ghost Adventures had an Easter episode with an anthropomorphic hen. Yeah, that's probably the one I remember. That one was a fever dream. Just like... Alongside World 3's darker and edgier tone and plot holes compared to the first two games, as far as I'm concerned, World 3 ain't canon. That I agree. That I agree with. That said, I was really happy to see Martin come back for World 2 repack. I am an egg spiral, and then the Cat in the Hat shows. Either that or trans woman coming in to laugh overly hard. I'll have to rewatch all of Ghostly Adventures someday. Maybe that'll be good for a video. Doesn't help that Pac-Man World 3 was never in Japan as far as I remember. Yeah. Which again is part of why I was pleasantly surprised by them bringing Martin back. Despite the repack games being made by NowPro, who are Japanese developers. True, I don't think Martin T. Sherman, aka Thomas the Tank Engine, is suited for his voice. I didn't like how he made Pac-Man come off as snarky and dickish, though I hold no ill will towards him. Yeah, so I actually think I like how he plays him in Repack 2, where he plays him as more like cutesy and more earnest instead of being like snarky or whatnot constantly. And I think there, like, no, he pulls it off. I think he is a good voice for Pac-Man. I just think the voice and I think the direction and script he was given in World 3 just wasn't it. Okay, since you're the Pac-Man 100% lane, does watching all the cartoon episodes count? Ooh, I guess it does. I guess it does. Time to watch all of Hanna-Barbera Pac-Man. Y'all ready for an encore? That was such a good moment. Like, the ghost cheering on for Blinky to beat up Pac-Man. Pac-Man just feeling out the energy in the room and just going along with it. That was great. That was adorable. Get over here. No! My plan, it backfired. Who would know that taking risks in your style of play would present risks? Oh! Okay, come on. Alright, come on. Yes. I actually wore the Pac-Land hat out of my love for the card, though I love Pac-Man as a game. Pac-Land as a game, yeah. I hope Miss Pac-Man returns again. Me too. Yeah, the whole thing with, like, Pac-Man 2 allegedly not selling well in Japan. The part of the reason why I really kind of just don't acknowledge that so much is because it's like, okay, Bandai Namco doesn't really show their numbers. I wouldn't be surprised. That sounds like the sort of thing that would be the case, especially with how the Japanese version of World 2 ended up. but I'm kind of just like, where's the proof? I demand evidence before I go around repeating that. I don't want to go around spreading things that are just speculation unless I actually have like some concrete ground to go off of. Like, it's no secret that I genuinely think that Shadow Labyrinth was originally envisioned to be a reboot. But I didn't say that. I built up to why I think that. And weirdly, like, during the editing process, I found more evidence, which I incorporated into the video. Always do your homework, kids. Alrighty. Let's see what else we have here. So that's Pac-Man Forever. Very good game. Let's see. Oh, let's play some PO6. It's not Pac-Man, but it's good. We need that what happened for Shadow Labyrinth. We do. We absolutely do. Matt, get on it. I see you have a Steam Deck too. Of course I do. I love broken FMVs. Alright. We're going to erase the save data on this one. And start from scratch. Because why not? Reset data. Yes. Hell yeah. She showcased Shadow Labyrinth's input lag with it. Yes. Yes, I did. Alright. I'm going to do this in the funny order. Because this one has the blue gem. Ah, shit. Hell yeah. Boom. There we go. Let's see. I have both SA1 and 2 and currently downloading Heroes and R with mod loaders ready and able to. Nice. Yeah, I have mod loaders on SA1 and 2 on Steam Deck. Cuz I'm one of those with Sonic Adventure 1, I'm one of those freaky Dreamcast people who unmodded will only play the Dreamcast version. Tanuki says Ooga Booga. And in response to Tanuki, I say Sploingus. Alright, come on. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna wait for one more cycle. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, let's get those rings. And then let's see. The Dreamcast aesthetics were definitely better than the DX as I play with Mod 2. Now that's scary, Luna. What's scary? Splingus. Um, but no, I mean more so in terms of polish. The Dreamcast version is a lot more stable than any of the releases after. It genuinely feels like they ran, like, I know this isn't what happened, but it feels like what would happen if you took the code from the original Dreamcast version and then put it through Google Translate through like a bunch of different languages and then translated it back to the original language it was coded in. Like, it's nuts. Alright, there's that one. Let's get that Switch. Other games I managed to get running on the Steam Deck were Viva Pinata, the other Dreamcast, Saturn ports, etc. Nice. Alright. Come on. Yes. Alright. Perfect. I'll be back. See you when you're back, Newman. Hell yeah. I missed the speed pad. Sheds a single tear. Ooh, that was that was good. Yeah. Let's see. DX on GameCube is my method of playing SA1, but I do see the appeal of the Dreamcast version. As in, it's not seeking the attention of the average comedic 2010s game reviewer. Now with the release of Super Bomberman Collection, I set my sights on not just the backyard kids from Backyard, but the man, the myth, the legend, Bomberman himself. I see you're very much into Bomberman. Excellent. I need to play more Bomberman games, truth be told. I know Julian Egebrecht from Factor 5 was always obsessed with them. You know, the kind whose national anthem is the Bumbos Mountain theme. I have autism, ADHD, so naturally I have a lot of hyperfixations. Me too. Same. Not the ADHD part, but I do have the tismus and I do have hyperfixations. Sup, Luna? Sup, Spacey? Ooh. Oh wait. I shouldn't have done that. Oh well. Still managed to cross anyway.
I am too powerful to be contained.
Okay, remind me never to do that voice again. No wonder Factor 5 wanted to do a Genesis Bomberman game. Yeah, they did an 8-player demo on the Genesis. Which was crazy. But yeah, they worked with Hudson a few times. That's why there's a BC Kid on the Amiga, which is actually a really good port of Bonk's Adventure. I need to play the 10-player Saturn Bomberman. Holy shit. I mean, I do not have a way to play 10 players on the thing, but I do have a Saturn. So, like, I guess I have less of an excuse not to. Bomberman also had an anime that, in my opinion, was better than Sonic X ever was. Let's be real. Fair. Let's see. To be honest, as much as I am glad Bomberman 94 got localized in some form via the Genesis port, we missed out big time on Factor 5 Bomberman. We did. We absolutely did. Let's see. As someone who also has the tism, that explains a lot about why I started following you back in 2014. Bomberman Jetters somehow is one of the few game animes I could say with full confidence doesn't suck. I didn't know that one had an anime. I knew the game on GameCube as well as Bomberman Generation. I forget which. I have one of the two. I might have Bomberman Generation. Yeah, let's do Radical Train next. Sonic said the shit word in X, so it has that going for it. Yeah, it has the English. It has glorious English. Okay, I'm restarting. That started off horribly. In fact, going back to my previous topic, it reminds me how often people state the morph ball in the original Metroid was a result of lazy programming, but the earliest sort could continue. Fine for that info was an IGN article about things you didn't know about Metroid. However, that article provides zero sources for anything of its info. Yeah, which is why you should always be... If there's no source, be skeptical. Vegeters is the Bomberman anime. I'll keep that in mind. Alright. There we go. I love that with the legacy jump setting, the legacy jump dash setting, if you combine like a dash with the drop, if you do a jump dash after initiating a drop or a bound attack, you kind of do a pseudo drop dash, which like is fantastic. Ugh, I cannot speak tonight. I don't know why. Remember, Miyamoto said a delayed game must have its feet visible. That is incredible. That is so good. Thank you for that, Soshi. Up. There we go. Alright, good. We have a full meter. Pretty sure they don't make Sonic games like this anymore. Yeah, they don't. That said, this is a fan remake of Sonic 06, so that explains it. Which is great because, like, honestly, I always loved the level design in 06, even if the game was rushed to hell, and it shows. It's very much an alpha build. So, like, one of my dream releases was like, okay, I want Sonic 06 director's cut, but instead of breaking the game, it actually fixes it. So I'm very glad that the fans got on that, because holy hell, this is... like, this right here, like, this is peak 3D Sonic as far as I'm concerned. I'm so happy that P06 is a thing. I have only played the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions. Play P06! Play the fan version. Chaos X is doing God's work. Alright, which one should I do next? I guess I should do Flame Core. King K brings up in his video 06, the story also feels like a first draft. The story is a mess, in part because they kept, from what I understand, they kept having to account for the game making cuts. Like, okay, the game is no longer doing this, but the writing was built around the game doing that. Okay, we have to change the script. Okay, good. So I got that one. Okay. Well, do you want, now that I have that now that I have that gem, I'm gonna activate this. Yes. Good. Hell yeah. Alright. Alright. I am a master of the shortcuts. Whoop. There we go. Hell yeah. I tried to get PO6 but could not find the download link for it. It should be in the YouTube trailer. It should be in the description, I think. I know they're working on the last update, and that's been taking a while, but, like... And honestly, good on them for, like, taking their time with it. Because, yeah, like, I want the last update to be good. Like, really good. As good as they can make it. But yeah, I'm really excited for it. Alrighty. Have I mentioned that I like the level design in this game? Because I very much do. Alright, I think I can switch to the purple gem now. Oh, wait, no, I didn't mean to do that. Alright. I should have leveled it up more, but whatever. Oh, now it's fully upgraded. Awesome. Oh, shit. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Yep. Let's see. You know, speaking of fan PC ports, thoughts on Unleashed Recompiled and on Sonic Unleashed in general? Sonic Unleashed, I have very mixed thoughts on, I'll be real. Like... I think it peaks really high. Like, the story, like, the writing is great. The daytime stages are genuinely a lot of fun. Like, the Werehog stages, are they as bad as people made out to be? Like, back in the day? No. That said, they're not particularly that great either. They're very much, like... The later stages, the later Werehog stages especially love to employ just enemy spam. Just like, okay, here, we'll just spam the same enemy a bunch. Have fun. Which I think is kind of lazy. Shit. Okay, there goes that. Alright. But, like, that wouldn't be such a deal breaker for me, personally, if it wasn't for the atrocious pacing. I genuinely think that Unleashed has the worst pacing of any mainline Sonic game. Like, it is When Are We Getting to the Fireworks Factory, the video game. You're back temporarily. Hey, Newman. Hey, Marcus. So, like, I remember when when Recompiled came out, I downloaded it. Jackie was up, and we were playing through it together. And by the time we... But the werehog is totally in my face! But... Yeah, like, the Sun and Moon tokens, needing to go back to Professor Pickle, like, every time you want a new stage to unlock. And, like... there is so much padding. There is so much padding between stages. It is... Like, yeah, there is a mod to remove that, which is good. But, like, that is an aspect of the original game that I do not like. And also, like, the PS3 version of the original runs like ass. It runs so bad. Let's see. Hi, Luna. Love your videos. I just discovered you recently. Oh, welcome aboard. But yeah, like, I think to unlock new areas, yeah, but I still think, like, it's a bit much. If it was just going from one stage to the next and the next and the next, and maybe a hub world section, I wouldn't care as much. But, like, it genuinely feels like they were straining to make the game as long as they could with what content that they had. But, like, I think if you were to ask me, is Unleashed underrated, like, a decade ago, I would say sure. But while we were playing Recompile, Jackie and I were asking each other, did this game go from being underrated to overrated? But at least Recompiled has mods, you know? What other games can you think of that were ruined by a single fatal flaw? Actually, just curious. There has to be more out there. Off the top of my head, I don't know. That said, my attention is very divided right now. So... I'd say Unleashed is neither underrated or overrated. Yeah, that's fair. Funny how the discourse has changed. As it always does, especially with funny blue man. Alright, let's see. Tropical Jungle, Kingdom Valley. Which stage should I do next? Let's do Crisis City. I like Crisis City. Its fatal flaw is the bad design of the final level. Fair. Hello. What do you think of Unleashed, Luna? I'll be real, I've never played Unleashed. Yeah, Eggman Land is a gauntlet that tests you a lot. Yeah, it is. I actually like how hard it can be. The part that drove me insane was that one room. That one room in the Werehog section. It was like one of the last Werehog sections where you seem to be like you're trapped in this room and you're just fighting endless enemies or whatever. But it turns out, no, you break this wall and there's a switch. when in so many other similar sections, you're by that point in the game, you're conditioned to defeat all the enemies in order to move on. So you're just there until you just break that one wall, and it's like, oh, I didn't need to be doing that this whole time. Like, that I genuinely think is nonsense. I was not referring to Unleashed. It was Tom and Jerry NES. Gotta love enemy spam that responds to normal amount. Jerry walks away. Yeah. I've played the PS2 version. Holy shit, it is rough. I've heard horror stories about the PS2 version. Oh wait, no! I wanted the gem. Ah! Don't think I ever asked out of curiosity, what's your favorite Sonic game if you were to pick one? Overall, I really like Adventure 1 and 2. I really like Sonic 3 and Knuckles. If fan games count, then this. Mania is also up there. So yeah. Alrighty. You know what? Let's emulate some 360, why don't we? Let's emulate some Xbox 360. If it will load. Come on, Xenia. Okay, apparently it's voice activated. It's been ages since I've played Unleashed. Maybe I'll have to give it a try. Alrighty. Okay. Let's pick Luna. Yeah, I have two profiles in Xenia. Luna and Flobbert. Luna, what do you think of Banjo-Kazooie? I know Jackie isn't a fan of that game. Yeah, Jackie and I have similar thoughts on it. I think it is much better played on the 360, which is why I have the 360 version on here. But yeah, playing it on N64 can be rough. I honestly prefer Mario 64 to it. I feel like fan projects are put on an extremely high pedestal. They can be. I've only experienced it on 64. Yeah, having a more freely adjustable camera, having bigger draw distance, having more smooth performance and whatnot, like, those are like little things, but they make a big difference, if you ask me. Banjo always felt weirdly overhyped. It's not that it's bad, but people really gas it up as being better than Mario 64 for most of the late 2000s and early 2010s. Yeah, I agree. Funny enough, Banjo recently got recompiled. Awesome. Oh yeah, also the removal of the note score bullshit. Like, playing it on 360, it's like, yeah, it alright. Playing it on 64, like, on original hardware at least, I kind of find to be really aggravating. But yeah, this game is fantastic. There's a reason why I brought this one up in my Star Fox video. Like, this is just a really good time. which one should I go to? Let's go to Lure of the Sky. Why not? Gotta hop on this. Yeah, you should. No, this was one I played like all the time on my PS3. However, my PS3 has been having hard drive issues, which is fun. So I've been trying to avoid using it. So I tried emulating it on my Steam Deck, and it works basically like 100% perfectly. Like, it's fantastic. So yeah, I agree, Marcus. There, I say I find Rare's N64 platformers to be bland AF. I don't think they're bland AF. I honestly really like their presentation. I just think, honestly, I like Rare's 2D games better. I'm going to be completely honest. I prefer their 2D stuff. Actually, fun fact, Donkey Kong 64 was the first 3D platformer I ever played. And of course, being a little kid, I was like, whoa, this is so cool. And then I got it for myself years later, and I'm like, oh no. And one of the last times Jackie was up, I was playing through Donkey Kong 64 again, not out of self-torment, but to unlock Jetpack. I wanted to unlock Jetpack for the ZX Spectrum on my N64. And Jackie was so perplexed. She was like, why? And she's like, you can emulate it. And I'm like, this is the only way this game has been released in America. Aside from Rare Replay. It's like, I could be playing Spectrum legitimately this whole time. I just have to slog through Donkey Kong 64 in order to play Jetpack. When your game contains a game better than the main one. And when I finally did unlock it, Jackie was like, is it worth it? I'm like, yes, I'm satisfied right now. And then she played it herself, and she was just like, yeah, this is more fun, but I don't think this was worth it. Genuinely, I love it when Jackie calls me out for my dumb bullshit. And she loves doing it. Okay. Ooh, ooh. Oh. Oh. Okay. Alright. Oh yeah, it's time! It's time, boys! I love this stage. There's a harder version of it in the post-game, where there's like lasers everywhere. Ooh. Okay, there we go. Ooh-hoo-y. Okay, oop. Ooh, scary. I've already said it, but this game looks fast as fuck. I mean, it helps that I have like a bunch of I have max speed enabled. Oh boy, I might actually need to brake a little bit for this one. good. Destroy them. It's... Oh, that was close. Eep! Oh, shit! I failed the mission! I failed! Ooh. But yeah, to answer the question earlier, how do I feel about Space Harrier and Panzer Dragoon? I love those games. They're fantastic. Genuinely, like, one of my favorite things about the 32X is that it has, like, a really good port of Space Harrier. And Panzer Dragoon is, like, it is fantastic. Alrighty. Yeah, let's do final line of defense. Or, wait, did I mean to do that one or Nuclear Arsenal? Fuck, I should have done Nuclear Arsenal! Ah! That's the funner stage, IMO. Oh, boy. Oh, jeez. Okay, come on. Oh. That is a spicy combo. Boom. Bum. Bum, bum, bum. Alright, let's take care of those missiles. Okay, there they are. Okay, one more missile left. There we go! Oh, I unlocked another EX option. Nice. I don't know why, but I always like how early episodes of video game cartoons explain the rules of the game they're adapting. One example being Pac-Man opening with the main man himself needing some power pellets to defeat the ghost. Yeah. I'd really like a new vibrant Outrun game. Me too, that would be hype. Outrun 2 on Xbox was a lot of fun. That said, I try not to turn on my Xbox because I haven't replaced the capacitors yet. Hee hee. Also, yes, the game won't let you put in gay as your initials, so I put in bi. It's technically more accurate anyway. Alright. Let's see. Boopity. What should I do next? Hee hee hee. Ho 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 ho. Well, let's do some retro arc. Why not? Let's do some retro arc, baby. When Pac-Man: The Ghostly Adventures was airing, I remember thinking the theme song was annoying. It is. I mean, the lyrics were written by the producer. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's play some Kid Chaos. Let's play some Euro platformers. And said producer also produced Morbius, yes. But that's just stating the obvious. Alright, I'm going to turn on bilinear filtering. Scaling on. Alright, let's listen to some Cracktros. Pac-Man Goes Adventures, aka the pack won't be back for a full resolution! Yeah. No, I just want to... Okay, there we go. I own it on Steam. Nice. I haven't played Lords of Shadow in a long time. I remember downloading the demo on a PS3. Because that was, like, regularly my thing. I just... Like, in those days, I'd download, like, any demo that was on the PS Marketplace. Luna, bear with me. What if they put Town with No Name in 3D mode? Isn't it already, though? It's got those polygon backgrounds. Come back, Shane. My name's not Shane, kid. Hard cut to space trains. Ironically, I'm making a game that uses space trains as a form of transportation. I meant the board game 3D mode. Oh no. Oh no. Scary. That's terrifying. Why would you put that image in my head? But yeah, this is a fun one. This is basically the Lotus Turbo Challenge developers making a Sonic clone on the Amiga. And because it's the Lotus devs, it's really smooth. Alright. Alright. Okay. Yeah, that works. I always loved their sprite art. The Secret Garden. When I found out the Bubsy got on Nintendo Switch Online, I questioned why the game's literal as. Why not? Put it all on there. Everything. Put everything on. Let everyone broaden their horizons. It could be worse. They could be playing the Jaguar one. If you ask me, that one's worse than Bubsy 3D. Okay, come on. Okay, yes, let me progress. Why does he walk like a caveman? Because he is a caveman! He was a evil scientists from the future transported a caveman into modern times. That's the story of this game. Is this Uktar? At last. At last, Uktar game is real. But yeah, this is a good one. You can evidently you can hit pretty satisfying flow states in this. The Wild Woody cutscenes are a trip. They are. I have since made it my mission to ensure Bubsy can never come back to con gamers out of their hard-earned cash. That sounds like an unsustainable goal. Especially in a culture where people are prone to buy things ironically. Alright. Load new disk. Can I... Parent directory. Ah, there it is. Okay. Okay, where is... Alright, Kid, Chaos, disk 2. Insert disk. I unironically love Sonic R. Good for you. Ah, shit. Oh. There we go. Alright, 15 flowers to go. I think Sonic R has concepts that should be revisited. I agree, but also my retort to that is Sonic Adventure 2 multiplayer. If you ask me, that's effectively what that game was going for. Those are some fast rats. Requires 2 people, though. True. Okay. Do not... Okay. Watch out for the asshole springs! Okay. Oh, there we go. No! I diddly died. Alright, let's play a different game. Shall we? Does this game have audio? Oh, is there no audio playing? You know what? Do you know what I'll do? Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna mute the capture device and turn up just the TV. It's a cruder solution, but it is practical. Alright, let's see. What's a good one? Wiz and Liz. It's a fun one. Top Banana. Tony and Friends in Kellogg's Land. Oh, there's Super Frog. Okay. Let's play some Super Frog. Why not? Do you want? No, fuck. No, fuck Super Frog. We're doing Fire and Ice. Now let's play some Fire and Ice. Jesus, I just got my ears blasted by an ad. Sorry. You know what? We're going to do a trainer because Fuck yeah. Okay. Come on. Load. There he is. Weirdly unnerving design. But no, this is a really fun one. Disk request. Alright, eject disk, load new disk, insert disk. Hell yes. Back to Uktar after. Insert disk. Wait, no. Overlay. Eject. Load new disk. 4. Insert disk. Is this the data disk? What the hell? Why is this insisting on being evil? Wait, what? Disc 2 of 2. Is it working now? Yes. Okay. Out of context, is it okay if I share the Shadow Labyrinth video in some Pac-Man fan groups and to spread the word? Also, the Repack 2 video, if you do, if you don't mind. Yeah, by all means. Yeah, please spread that around. Clearly the best isekai is the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. Oh my god. But yeah, this is a lower. This is kind of a smaller scale European platformer. This is kind of a smaller scale Euro platformer where you're in these like pretty compact maps and you're trying to collect pieces of a key, and they're hidden in the enemies. So you're killing enemies and collecting pieces of the key and then heading to the exit. It feels very much like a predecessor to like the collectathons in the subsequent generation. So it's like it's pretty close to like it feels kind of like a 2D Mario 64, if you will. So yeah, so here's the map. This is the level. Also, I love the slidey physics in the ice world, which is something I rarely say, but genuinely, sliding down the hills is a lot of fun. I kind of wish the whole game had them. But yeah, this is a fantastic Euro platformer. I love this game. I'm also terrible at it. I also love this game's soundtrack. Alright, so we have the key, but I'm going to do a little more exploring. love Amiga characters, especially the more cartoony characters like this. Yeah, I agree. I genuinely love Amiga sprite art. Effectively with Jack Razor 2, I've been trying to make like a modern equivalent. Like what if Amiga sprite art had higher resolution or whatever. I saw someone today actually respond to my Jack Razor 2 gameplay trailer and was like, "Geez, you call like you rant about Shadow Labyrinth, but this is what you make? Talk about Glass House." And I'm like, one, I'm going for a different kind of aesthetic. Two, I barely talked about the aesthetic or the animation style or whatnot. I talked about, like, the most visual thing I talked about with Shadow Labyrinth was the animations and how they played into the controls. And oh, jeez. But also, like, I'm a single person with, like, no resources. I don't have money to pay for a full orchestra with choir. So, no, the whole thing kind of just read to me as, like, I'm upset that you dislike Shadow Labyrinth, so therefore I'm going to rip apart what you make. When, like, the game isn't even remotely trying to be like Shadow Labyrinth. I started making the game in, like, 2020. Ironically, the same year Shadow Labyrinth started development. Brain Dead Lincoln. Oh, you mean from Town of No Name. Yeah. Ah, shit. I am not doing so great. Luckily, I'm using a trainer. That's right, we're gonna cheat. Oh. Ah, come on. Collect the key piece. Oh. Okay, one more piece remains. The Toy Story 2 game is fantastic. I love that game. Oh, now the key is complete. My mistake. Oh. Stupid badger. You made me look bad. I have it on N64 even if it's best played on PC. It's, if you ask me, it's best played on PS1. I mean, as far as console ports go. Does it change the fact that at 64 Dreamcast Woody looks like he has poison in his water hole? The facial textures are a bit funky in that game, not gonna lie. Damn it. doing very well. So, I'm going to shift gears and play Fire and Ice on the Master System. Those were some fast wrists, I'll give him that. It doesn't have the slidey physics, which is a shame. This is not as good. This isn't as fun to control. And the music's a lot more repetitive, which is a shame. Either that or the melody is drowned out more. Alright, let's see. What else do we have here? What else do we have here? Alright. Let's see. Oh, I know. It's Teehee. Some Game Gear Turrican. Do you have Flintstone's Treasure of Sierra Madrock in your SNES library? No, I don't. I don't have a physical copy of that. Oh, is this the one you told me? Yes. Also, Newman, you didn't miss much. You missed Fire and Ice. Might have missed Kid Chaos. I forget. Do-do-do. You missed Uktar's own video game. Yeah, come on, Nintendo. Acknowledge Uktar game. But yeah, Newman, yeah, Kid Chaos is basically it's the Lotus Turbo Challenge guys making a Sonic clone on the Amiga, and it's actually a pretty good one. Nice to see you stream on a Monday. Yeah, I mean, if last week was any indication, people tend to be more active on weekdays in the night than they are, like, on weekends. So, it kind of just made more sense. Did you know Sylphid is a Star Fox clone because both take place in space and nothing else? I said it, so it must be true. One up. Ooh. No! Donkey Kong invented a ladder, so if anyone who climbs a ladder is a Donkey Kong. Alright, let's see. Will your announcer clips be returning for Jack Razor 2? What, like you want, you mean Jack saying one up and whatnot? Yeah, I already recorded those, I just haven't implemented them into code. I know despite what the Jetters GameCube game shows, Max was a bad guy in the anime. Okay, good to know. Alright, let's... Tee-hee. Tee-hee, tee-hee. Okay, can I pick... Can I pick which game to play on here? Maybe, I guess not. Maybe that's something that... Okay. Oh, there it is. Yes, delicious noises. Hell yeah. Well, Luna's in a 90s sitcom. I'm actually not gonna lie. This isn't even the worst Pac-Man game. This isn't even close. As terrible as I'm doing right now. There we go. That was stupid of me. Okay, do you know what? We're resetting this. Can everyone hear the delicious noises? Oh shit, I meant 6. I want 6. There we go. There we go. What do you think is the worst version of Pac-Man? Officially, this would still probably be on there, but it's basically a different game. Hello, Luna. How's it going? Hey, Jack. How you doing? Okay, there we go. Oh, I die! Alright. Let's see. Let's see, what else was I playing? Alrighty. Let's play some actual arcade stuff. Despite what others say, I do still like Pac-Man World 3. Fair. There are worse. Oh, scary. Oh. Oh, shit! The Namco game the Pac-Man game Namco wants you to forget about. I'm pretty sure that's going to be Shadow Labyrinth in a few years. Give it time. Oh, ee. The worst Pac-Man game you can't play anymore. No, that's just Geo. That's Pac-Man Geo. Okay, what am I missing? I love scrolling. Also, that is true, Jack. That is true. I don't normally say this with YouTubers I love, but I have a gut feeling 2026 will be a huge year for you and such an amazing year, the year of Luna. That would be nice. Last year was awful. That is Geo. I basically titled my video on Geo exactly that. Oh my god. Alright, let's see. Do I dare play Top Banana? It's tempting. It's tempting. But no. I will spare you from Top Banana this time. Alright. Let's see. There was something else I was gonna play. Well, yeah, let's play some Repack 2. Why not? No, Luna, don't use RetroArch, it's evil. Too late, we've already moved on from RetroArch. We're already past that. You didn't see that third file? What are you talking about? You saw nothing. That's totally not the file I've been recording footage off of. You are horribly mistaken. Hello there. Hello there, Extreme Wreck. Oh yeah, I just had to install Mr. McScrup's update mod for Repack 2. Luna, what was your reaction to Pac-Man killing Irwin? I don't like that he did that. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. What the hell? Can you call that? I might have to end the stream soon. So do you want? Yeah, we'll go off on this. Oh shit. Oh wait a minute. No, I'll do it. Yeah, there we go. Thoughts on Switchblade and its sequel? I played a little bit of Switchblade 1. Thought it was alright. But I haven't gone around to playing Switchblade 2 yet. That's been another on my list. shit. No, it's not. I'm just, my attention is just divided with like a bunch of different things. So, yeah. I'm also one of those weirdos who likes to take the optimal, like, think of like, okay, what can I do to maximize score? And my phone is also blowing up at me. Ah, shit, I missed the red. What is going on? Okay. Okay. Oh, hey, thank you, Soshi. Thank you so much. I literally just started using the Amiga emulator. It's only to play Kid Chaos, which is all outright a Sonic clone. Yeah. Okay. Let's try this again, and I'll try to... Okay. Alright. Hey, how's your day going? Alright. It's starting to get a little overwhelming. Not gonna lie. 'Cause... So I'm literally finishing this stream up so I can attend to pressing matters that sprung up on me. Alright, there. Let's get these two motobugs. There we go. Let's see. Alright, Pac-Man and Sonic need a proper crossover. Great. Now I got another drawing idea, but I'll finish the stream first. If Smash doesn't have World 2 songs, now I'll be disappointed. Yeah. Odd thing to ask, what are your thoughts on WizKid? That's another one that I've been meaning to play, but like it looks delightfully insane. And it's Sensible Software, so can't really go wrong with them. There we go. All right. Boy, fans have it way worse. Bob Waken is usually quick. Yeah. He did fantastic cover art. Alrighty. Oh, shit. Even Tucker has better representation. But honestly, at this point, I just expect to be disappointed by Smash. it is. Alright, there's still 2 more. Oh shit! No! What are you saying? Let's see. That's someone who did special features 7 will attend the screening I went to. Very lovely chat. Oh, that's nice. I had a voice to Pac-Man Crossworld, which is awesome because I got tired of him because he keeps saying yeah with every little movement he makes. I was going to Fun Spot last weekend, also made me enjoy games like Cloak and Dagger, surprisingly. Oh, what do you think of the abundance of yummy and tasty throughout the game? I think it's funny. Personally, I never got tired of it. Same. Alright, I'm probably not going to get my high score. Especially since I died once. Let's just try to make it not twice. Sorry I'm not talking more, I'm kind of... I am making an attempt to lock in. I love his voice in this game. The thing Crossworld, since he has sound effects. Oh god. Okay, do you know what? No, I'll just get to the end. So I can answer what the hell is going on my phone. Oh. That's the last one of those. Alright, let's get that red ring. Alright. And that's all of both. Good. Okay. Ah, shit. One thing I always liked about your content is the fact that you usually go in depth, especially with your Pac-Man games. Yeah. Hey, Pac-Man wanted to give you this. It's a minifigure of me. Silly. Will you stream more often? I'll try to. Alright. Alright, guys. Thank you very much for being in attendance. I'll hopefully try to stream again soon. I'm sorry for cutting this one short. I just have pressing matters to attend to, apparently. Alright. Well, have a good night.